Once upon a time, high above the marshmallow mountains and lollipop trees, lived a tiny cloud named Puff. Unlike his fluffy friends who bellowed out thunder-booming rainstorms, Puff couldn't cry a single tear. "Why, Puff?" they'd ask, their fat raindrops splattering around him. "Don't you have any tears to share?" Puff would shrug, his cotton candy cheeks puffing out. I just don't feel like crying, I guess." The other clouds found this baffling. What good was a cloud who couldn't cry? How could he quench the thirsty flowers, plump up the grumpy puddles, or wash the mud off the playful puppies? One sweltering summer day, the sun beat down like a grumpy giant. The land gasped for a drink, but the clouds just hung limply in the sky, not a tear to spare. "We need rain!" cried the sunflowers, their golden faces drooping. "We're withering away!" "Please," croaked the dusty earth. "Just one drop would do." Puff felt a pang in his cotton candy heart. He wanted to help, he truly did. But he just couldn't squeeze out a single tear. Suddenly, a tiny voice squeaked, "Hey, up there!" Puff looked down to see Pip, a ladybug with a polka-dotted shell. She stood on a wilting daisy, her tiny legs trembling. "I know you can't cry," Pip chirped, "but can you please blow me really, really hard? Maybe I can fly up and tickle the other clouds? Make them laugh so hard they cry." Puff's eyes lit up. He took a deep breath and puffed out his cheeks, blowing Pip skyward like a dandelion seed. Up, up, up Pip flew, giggling with delight. She tickled the bellies of the grumpy clouds, told them jokes about silly stars and forgetful fireflies. And guess what? The clouds roared with laughter. Fat, happy raindrops tumbled down, splashing on the thirsty sunflowers, plumping up the grumpy puddles and washing the mud off the playful puppies. Pip drifted back down, her wings sparkling with raindrops. "See, Puff?" she said. "You helped, even without crying?" Puff beamed. He might not have been a tear-crying cloud, but he was a cloud who could make others laugh. And that, he realized, was just as important. From that day on, Puff was known as the cloud who made rainbows. He never cried, but he always brought laughter and joy, reminding everyone that even the smallest cloud could make a big difference. So, the next time you see a cloud, remember little Puff. And if it's not crying, don't be sad. It might just be busy making someone laugh, and that's a beautiful thing too.